Welcome to the Awakening Hour, where we journey together to reconnect with our true spiritual essence and break free from the chains of Euro-Christian ideology. Each morning at 9 a.m. join me, Junns The NBIC, as we explore ancient wisdom, forgotten truths, and the power within us to redefine our spiritual path.
Welcome, everyone, to the very new first episode of the Awaken Hour with your brother, man, from the motherland. And on today's broadcast, we will be discussing everything as far as tapping into our spirituality, waking up to who we are, what's needed to be done to get to that next level of true African beautiful skin, black people's natural order, which first start with our spiritual side that then manifests into our physical side. So today we're gonna, I put the things up for you guys to see, okay? We're gonna have the conversation about healing. We're going to have a conversation about breathing, okay? And then last but not least, a deep understanding of self-care. This is just episode 1. And again, my apologies. But for those, please, also remember, I will also be having a one-on-one sessions with members, subscribers, those that join the membership. You pay every hour. You can talk to me about anything, whatever you going through. Need some suggestions, some solutions, some directions. I am your guy. If I don't have it, we gonna find it. And when I find it, we gonna dissect it. From the dissection, we're gonna process. From the process is gonna lead to solutions. Okay? Those are just for those that is memberships. Join the membership. Support the movement. The links is in the bio. We outside with it. Okay? Now today, I want to dive into healing. I want to talk about healing. The first step into healing is to understand that you are wounded. I repeat, the first step into healing is to understand that you are wounded. And what I mean by wounded, it can be in anything. But for Black people, our first wound is slavery, recouping from such heinous genocidal circumstances, situations, occurrence, however you want to call it, but healing from that. That's for us. Healing also your environment, family members, certain things that happen to you that a lot of you guys hold within. Okay? A lot of our women, a lot of our men been SA, a lot of our um, uh, um, children been taken advantage of. A lot of these things occur. So the first rule into healing is to knowing that you've been wounded, to identify the wound, know which wound, and realize, please, people, understand that when you are wounded, you can't put a band-aid over it. If it's not surgically repaired, then you will continuously deal with such problems for your entire life. And sometimes that same problem will get passed on to your children. Okay? So putting a band-aid over your problems, a band-aid will be smoking, drinking, doing the same things that was done to you to somebody else. That's not fixing the problem. That's just putting a band-aid in any given moment, right? Like a band-aid, when you put a band-aid on and you go into the water and you jump into the pool, right? The band-aid comes off and then that trauma reoccurs, and things happen. Some people react to those traumas differently, but it's always gonna be a dramatic situation, right? So we have to heal these things. The healing comes with identifying it and then doing the surgical things to address it. Now, surgical, of course, is spiritual, right? Understanding how to fix something is first tapping in spiritually, okay? Jesus is not going to fix that problem. Yahweh is not going to fix that problem. Yahweh Shai and all of these names that's been given is not going to fix that problem. See, the creators, when they created you special. You have the thought, you have a healing body, you have a healing mind, you have a healing heart. You must know how to trigger such things in order to fix such things. You're not going to be able to fix it based on based on what you was told growing up, like go to church, leave it in God's hands, let Jesus grab the wheel. That's not going to fix the problem. Or you're not going to do the same thing and then put it in your mind and say, God, forgive me for what I have done. That's not how it works. Okay? To fix a situation, you must first do what? Identify it. After you identify it, you must step to it and be prepared for everything that comes. Even if you have to stand up to a person that did something to you, in order for you to heal, you must first let this person know what's going on. Okay? There's no running from our problems. There's no running from our problems. And us as Black people, one of our major problems is not trying to heal the things that happened to us in slavery, the things that happened to our ancestors, and the things that's continuously being done to our people. We're not healing. We're putting band-aids. We thinking that as long as I'm making money, as long as I'm able to travel, as long as I'm able to be in X, Y, and Z, I'm good. But these same people have drinking problems, smoking problems, women relationship problems, all of these things because we're putting band-aids on our problems. And these band-aids are ineffective. I'm sorry. You need surgery. You need to get stitched up. That's the only way you're going to heal. But we're not going to dive too much. We're not going to dive too much onto that. This is what this 9 a.m. awakening is for. Okay? The awakening hour is to awaken us to such trauma. And of course, for us, Black people, the number one trauma is the Euro-Christian ideology that has been placed before us to be a band-aid onto the trauma, onto the things that occur to us in our everyday lives. This is why a lot of our people can't release themselves from such ideologies because of the trauma, because of the fear of facing the trauma and those who inflict such trauma. And we have to stand up to that in order for us to manifest and progress to that next level. Okay? Breathing. I know a lot of you guys is like breathing. Yes, breathing is very, very important. And not only is it very important, it's also a segue into connecting with the universe. because everything is done in decency and order. Everything. The plants know when it's time to season, time to fall. I'll give you a perfect example. Here in New York, we in the month of October, but it's still been like 69, 70 degrees in certain areas. But because we are in a season of change, the trees don't even matter. They don't even care that it's 70 degrees. The leaves are still falling. See, stuff like that just lets you know that there's a universal order. And the trees is breathing and breathing in and letting out, right? And for us, breathing is probably the most important thing to us than eating. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. You hold your nose for 10 seconds or more, it's a problem. You don't eat for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 days, you still live. So breathing is very important. So today I want to introduce you guys to a breathing technique that I've been doing for years. It's the inhale and the hold for as long as you can. So for me, I can hold my breath for about 30 to 40 seconds to a minute. I could do that. But I'm not today. We're gonna be nice and slow, gentle, so you guys can learn and then also be able to increase your reps as you get, you know, efficient with it, right? So let's start off. We're inhaling and we're gonna hold for 10 seconds. I'm gonna use my fingers so we can do it together. Okay? We inhaling and then we exhaling for 10 seconds. Okay? Ready, set, let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 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 One more time, guys. Inhale. Exhale. These things is gonna help you, especially those that have chest situations, especially those that, had the so-called C9, right? These exercises will open up your lungs. Hold it in. Tomorrow we'll do the same thing, but instead of 10, we'll do 12. We'll do 12 seconds. And then we're gonna gradually grow up until we're able to hold our breath for 20 seconds. For 20 seconds. We're gonna hold ourselves, we're gonna hold our breath, you know what I'm saying? And then when you guys get into the water, whether you at a pool, whether you at a beach, I advise you guys, or even when you're taking your shower, when you have the shower over your head, the water, or even if you're taking a bath, I require you to hold your breath for as long as you can. Don't worry about the 10 count. Just hold it as long as you can and then breathe out. Watch the change in how you breathe and how your mental functioning will be. It will be a drastic change. The fogginess will go away. Okay? The mental fatigue will also go away. You will be able to withstand. Your endurance in life will be at top notch. Yes, breathing is the most important thing. A lot of you guys are not being told this because it's about a business. You know, these medical fields and facilities or whatever you want to call it is big business. So these are the things that I'm going to show you so you guys can, like I said, elevate to that next level, right? Now, you got to talk about self-care. Self-care, it's the most important thing anybody can do. Look, I got my coffee, my mushroom coffee. hmm Sip it nice and slow, guys. Self care is the most important thing that you can do in life. In order for you to love somebody, help somebody, be there for somebody, you got to first have the foundation of being there for yourself. How do you be there for yourself? Is by knowing yourself. Now, I'm not a physician, so what I'm going to say is for your own choice. You decide if you want to do that. But you guys need to get blood work done. You need to know your blood type. From your blood type, you then need to know what foods is associated with your blood type. Remember, a lot of us is contaminated beings. A lot of us are contaminated beings. A lot of us is contaminated beings, meaning you got Euro in your bloodstream. And maybe some of you guys need red meat to survive. Others need fruits and vegetables to survive. But you gotta find your blood type. Okay? Gotta find your blood type. You gotta you gotta go natural. And when I say natural, for my ladies, you have to minimize the makeup, the weave. Fellas, you gotta minimize the obsessive amount of lotion and cologne. You gotta minimize that. Remember, all of that affects your breathing. You have to minimize that. You can't put oil. Oil is fine. Natural oil is fine to put on your skin. Me personally, I like to use Egyptian mist. Okay, Egyptian mix mixed with Chinese mix or Chinese mist, or I'll take the Egyptian mix and mix it with baby powder. It gives it a unique smell. It doesn't linger to the point where it's an irritation. Like people can smell you coming a block away. That's too much. Oh, listen, everything that's in bed, bath, and beyond is not good for you. Everything, even down to the candles. You see, they put all of these fresh scents because it takes away from your breathing and it messes with your mind. Okay? Very important. So you have to minimize these outside sources. Now, if you get an organic, pure, straight from the land products, then use it, but don't use it in an abundance because you want your pores to remain open, right? You want to be able to sweat freely, right? Because you have to let your body detox itself. When your underarm is smelling and you stink, it's not that you need deodorant. That's your body releasing the toxins that's in your body from bad eating. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even from since you was small, your body's always trying to take these things out of you. Okay? So you have to let your body detox. If you see you smelling crazy, maybe you just need to just be in the house for the day and allow all of that to stay out. Yes, you're gonna be musty. Yes, you're gonna be. Don't be around nobody. And if you have to be around people, explain to them what you are doing so people can understand and have a tolerance from what's going on. I don't want you walking by your husband or your wife and you smelling like ass and they like, yo, what's going on? Oh yeah, nothing. Gotta let them know. Look, man, I've been eating bad. I'm purging my insides, I'm cleansing my insides, and I want all of these toxins to come out and sweat it out. You know what I'm saying? Go outside, sweat it out. You know, that's why for those that's in them hot areas, I advise you guys to always take advantage of the sunlight so you can sweat these things out, open your pores, sweat, you know? And then when it gets nighttime, then you would take a shower to take all that dust. And if you think I'm lying, do what I'm telling you and then go take a shower. Watch how so much dirt is gonna come into your sink. That's all the toxins in the bad that's coming out of your body. Okay? And you're gonna see all of that. That's where you think dust bunnies come from. That's from your body. That's your body purging itself. Okay? So you have to get inside that water. You have to find the way. You gotta find the the right food for your blood type. You have to implement more fruits and vegetables. Right now, for me, I'm on a solely fish diet, pescatarian, what they will call me. I'm on that, right? Right now, I'm just eating salmon. I don't have my mentals is not ready to see a red snapper. I'm not trying to see no eyes and dead fish with that. Just not. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, right? But eating fish, that's what I'm on right now. Now, here and there on a cheat day, I will have me a burger or some steak. Why? Because I work out, right? Because I work out. But it's not an everyday thing. A lot of you guys eat red meat every day. That's not good for you. Okay? And also the myth that red meat stays in your stomach for 3 days, that's also a lie. Your body, your body is the most powerfulest thing on this earth. Your body. No lie. This is why you got to get situated from the minute you come out the womb. Okay? They have to neutralize you. Okay? So you have to pay attention to the foods that you're intaking, right? More vegetables, more fruits. Okay? All of this is connected to your spirituality. Okay? All of it. That's the only way you're going to make the transition into connecting to the heavenly ones. You have to restore and operate in the ways that you was put on this earth to operate. Okay? Now, gradually over time, you're gonna fall back from eating animals because these are your relatives. What I mean by that is the creators that created you created them as well. They are your relatives. They dwell amongst you. They walk amongst you in the land. They walk amongst you. Is this new this new what they call this uh damn industrial lifestyle is why things look different. All of these cities and all of that. This is not how it was. You had a kingdom, then you had little houses here and there, but the animals dwell all amongst you. Okay, so these things these things is an important factor into knowing who you are. Is to understand how things was as old. Okay, the cities and the beautiful things, yeah, it looks good, but it's damaging to the universe, to yourself long term, and also to the animals. Okay? Because there's certain areas where the animals dwell, where the animals mate, where certain areas where they need to produce their children, right, is now being overtaken by high rises and gates and fences that they can't get through. Okay, these things are bad for the animal. This is why you hear things like, "Oh, these animals are an endangered species. They're on the verge of being extinct." Is because their space where they dwell, where they produce, where they, you know what I'm saying, is overtaken. So we gotta understand that. Okay, but back to self care, right? Eating good, right? Eating good, breathing. Breathing, people, please. The breathing is very, very important. Breathing is good. Okay? A lot of our issues that we have is because of the lack of oxygen that's coming in our body. The oxygen is for the cells as well. I forgot to tell you that. The breathing, that air is good for your oxygen, just like the oxygen, and I forgot the other one that you let out. That's good for the plants, even for the water. Oxygen is a lot of oxygen in the water, right? Breathing in the oxygen. That's why you walk by the water and you breathe it in. It's like an amazing feel. Like, woo, that feels good, right? Put your head in the freezer and all that, you know what I'm saying? All that ice, and it feels good. It opens up your lungs. These things is important, right? Feeds your cells, right? So breathing. The lack, no more, not putting too much of these outside substance like the lotions. Some of you guys don't even know what's in these lotions. Look at the back. It says, listen, the cocoa butter itself, the ones that they selling to the people, is the worst thing to put on your skin. The worst. You want to put on cocoa butter, you got to go to one of these herbal stores and get the natural thing. Get the natural shea butter. And all right? And then you put it until it's completely greasy and you gently put it on your areas. You don't got to put it all over your skin. Just put it in the dry spots. Okay? The dry spots is years and years of lotions that you've been putting on your body, that the pores, there's not enough sweat. The pores is clogging those areas. That's why it's like that. It's not opening. So you want to gently put these things there, reopening your pores. You wanna be outside. Sometimes I advise brothers and sisters, wear short shirts, right? Remember back in the days of old, we wasn't dressing Europeans, okay? There was more exposure. Yeah, we was covering up, but it was exposure because your body had to be cleansed. We knew these things. You know what I'm saying? You see the African people, the El Capulan people that's in the land, you see how they function. You see that they have certain things, they wear certain outfits. It's intentional because you got to, you know what I'm saying? It's about purging your skin, purging your body. Okay? Okay? What else? There's another thing that comes along with self-care. Oh, knowing the times to eat. You got to know when it's time to eat. Okay? The Western world had brothers and sisters believing that you need 3 meals, that your breakfast should be a bagel and cream cheese. These things are what leads you to the nearest hospital. It's not how you function. On your wake up, right? See, me, I usually like drinking mushroom coffee because it's warm and it flushes. It helps with the digest, right? That's another thing too. I'm gonna talk about that right after this, right? You want to have that, right? That's it. Nothing. You should not be chewing on anything until 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, you intake fruits. I don't care if you eating it or you blended it to drink it. You have some fruits. You wait about 30 minutes to an hour. If you decide to have a meal, like some starch, then it's okay. But my advice to you guys, due to the fact that we trying to connect spiritually, is to just have fruits. A lot of fruits, a lot of the fruits that's alkaline fruits, electrolyte fruits, the fruit, remember the food that gives you energy. You don't want to eat nothing dead and put it in your body. That's why they creating these genetically modified stuff, because it has no seeds. Anything without a seed is death. It's dead. It's unhealthy. Will destroy, right? So you wanna have that around. I say like 12. Eat with the earth. Birds come and eat. The pigeons that you see come flying around, they just cleaning the earth. They're just clean. That's their job. They clean. The seagulls, they clean the garbage. Remember, every animal got their purpose. They clean the garbage. That's what they do. That's why certain animals is forbidden to be eaten, because they are created to clean, right? So they clean. The seagulls clean the beach. The beach is supposed to be pure. The water's supposed to be blue. The reason why the water is not blue, especially here in New York, is because of the high amount of shrimp, crabs, and lobsters that's being picked up every day. These animals are meant to be at the bottom to clean the bottom. This is why it's not blue no more. Don't listen to these people, what they telling you. That's the reason why. It's not blue because these people are contaminating the water by removing such animals and also putting substance in there, right? These people dump stuff into the water every day, okay? So you want to eat around 12, I say 12, 1 o'clock. You want to choose starch by, let's just say 6:30. 6:30 should be your last meal. 6:30 should be your last meal, especially if you know that you gotta wake up in the morning and go to work. 6:30 should be your last meal. Now, when your stomach is rumbling and you get hungry, that's not hunger that's happening. That's your body breaking down the food that you just consumed in your body. Okay? So when you have that urge, mind over matter. That's the time for you to go to bed. Just go to sleep. So when you wake up using the bowels, and then you're good. Okay? The bowel movement. Bowel movements is a very, very important thing, very important factor. If your bowel movements is not consistent every morning, it's time for you to implement herbs into your lifestyle. Okay? That means you have years of cloggage inside of you. You need herbs, right? Some people take herbs to eat. They take herbs after they finish eating, or they take herbs prior to eating. But you need some level of herbs. You got to go into your a natural health store, speak to those people. I don't know the exact herbs names off the top of my head. I will have to show you, but there's a lot of I got something that is just filled with products that cleanse your inside, right? You need that. Until you got to take these until you're able to eat, and whatever you eat comes out. Okay? Once your body gets there, then you fall back onto the herbs because you don't want to disrupt your intestines and damage it and tear it. You don't want to do that because the herbs are very, very powerful. Okay? So you want to intake the herbs. Okay? If you have bowel movement deficiencies, if your bowel movements is top notch, continue doing what you're doing. You steps ahead when it comes to connecting to your spirituality. You steps ahead because you already taking care of yourself. Okay? It's just minor certain things that you gotta do. Right? Which is the stuff that you put in on your skin. Right? The weave, take that off. The braids, if it's I know a lot of our sisters like putting the fake braids. The hair is synthetic. Listen to what I'm saying. Synthetic is not good for you. Okay? There's research and studies that showing that these braids is causing fibroids in women. These things are not good for you. You want to know where these fibroids and stuff is coming from? It's coming from these outside substances that's being, oversaturated within the black community. It's intentional. These people know that. You think I'm lying? Show me an Arab woman with her hair braided with those same exact hair braids. No, it's only invested and promoted to black people because it does damage. So you want to stay away from that. You want to you want to braid with your own hair. You want to grow your hair back naturally. Trimming it, coconut oil, tree oil, right? You gotta, like I said, you gotta find your your blood type. All of these things is connected. All of these things is connected, people. Your blood type, uh, 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 um, uh, um, the hair products, right? A lot of us been situated so we can't take certain things. Certain things, when it comes on our body, it triggers, right? It triggers. You guys have what they call that, allergic reaction. That's coming from since you was birthed, the fufu. Okay, your body's automatically on the defense. That's intentional. It's on the defense. That's why we live in less, because our body's always working, fighting off this, fighting off that, traveling here, traveling that. And I got everything that I'm telling you, I can prove it. I just can't put it on these people's thing because it's gonna be deemed misinformed and I'm gonna get penalized for that. So I don't, maybe I upload it on my Rumble. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But right now the focus is on, the spiritual, taking back our spirituality, right? So where was I? Where was I? Anyway, um, the synthetic, remove that. You want to grow your hair back? Grow natural. It's okay. Let people see. Let people see your nappy side. It's okay. It's okay, because these things that you're putting on your body long term is detrimental to you. You should not be, there's no hair product. When I turn it and look at the back of the label, if I can't pronounce these things and I have to go Google it and stuff like that, that's a problem. These are man-made things that's literally destroying the Black and brown community. Where it affects your menstrual cycle, it affects your reproduction, it affects, as for men, it affects your, what I'm saying, the length of your Johnny John, all of these things. It affects. It's intentional. So you have to be very, very aware of the things that you put in on your body, right? Um, it's another thing too with the self-care. Water intake. Now, you're not supposed to consume so much water. That's a lie. Not supposed to consume so much water, because the water that we're drinking, especially these bottled waters, has no electrolytes in it. It has no energy with it. That's why you drink water, 10 minutes later you need water again. So of course I'm gonna tell you that you need coconut. You need coconut water, right? Straight from the coconut, not the ones that they selling. Anything that's a brand, that means they got their hands on it. It's not good for you. You want to drink pure alkaline coconut water. It's going to heal. It's going to help your body fight off the toxins within yourself. Okay? Drink a lot of you drink one coconut and you good. Or just take a little bit and you good. If it's super hot, drink the whole thing. Or drink 50-50. Drink half for the day, finish the other half at night. Okay? You got to step away from the Euro-Christian ideologies when it's pertaining to how you should be eating. It's a dub. It's a lie. Okay? Clean water. Coconut water. That's all. Or get you some coconut water and blend it with some watermelons. Powerful drink. Build your immune system, cleanse your body. You'll be sweating, you'll be pooping, all of these things. Now, see, that's where I was. The pooping. Again, I repeat, if you're not pooping accordingly, you need to take some herbs. Go into your nearest health food store and ask, what can I use to clean my bowels? Years and years of buildup. because of the excessive amount of eating. Some of us grew up eating 3, 4 times a day, and we're not as athletic as we used to be. You see, the bodybuilders, the reason why they're able to eat so much is because they work out. So all that, the body is on overdrive. So it's pushing everything out it needs. You know what I'm saying? The body got to get fed. But for the average person like me and you, it's 3 time meal a day, detrimental. Long term, it's gonna cause damage. So you want to eat accordingly. You want to eat accordingly. You should have 2 meals max. 1 meal if you're mentally strong for that. 1 meal. 1 meal. And I don't consider eating fruits meals. I don't. What I consider a meal is sweet potatoes, collard greens. You know what I'm saying? That 1 meal. That's what I consider a meal. But during the day, you want to eat. You want to eat fruits, eat nuts, eat the cashews. Cashews is good for the digestive system, right? It kills the parasites. Pumpkin seeds kills the parasites. You want to eat those things during the day and watch how your bowel movements change. It's gonna get a little watery in the beginning. Diarrhea is normal. Your body's like, oh, hold on. Remember, these things is living like water. They like worms that's swimming through water. That's what they doing. So when your body's on that verge, that means it's just cleansing out. Some of you guys' ass cheeks is gonna burn because of the acid. That's all the bad food. You let that out. Okay? It's okay. Just let it out. Some of you guys may bleed. That's those parasites that's holding on to your intestines that don't want to let go. Yeah. Just let it out. It's okay. It's okay. You'll thank me in the morning. Let it out. I got this one product. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. I got this one product. And when I tell you that this thing is the most powerfulest thing ever, when I find it, I'll show it to you. Because I would have to really dig through my phone to find this joint. Matter of fact, I don't think I'll have to do so. But it's one product. Mm-mm-mm. It's one product. When I tell you the strength of this product, you will be like, there's no way something like this is even allowed to be consumed by people. Yeah, I will have to find it, guys. Definitely will have to find it. Is this right here? No, these are videos. Remind me, guys. Remind me, and I will definitely provide you guys. But so a lot of you guys is gonna ask me, yo, June, why the subtle change? Let me explain into why. Those that know me know that I've been on this journey, this pursuit of righteousness for a very long time. I've I've dived into everything you could imagine. Pan-African, um, Christianity, um, Judaism or Hebrewism, and even this so-called Bantu awakening. And what I researched and found out that every single one of these things are connected to a foundation or a structure that is not beneficial to the people of Africa, to the Al Capulans. Whether you was taking out the land or you still in the land, it's not beneficial for us. And going through research, I also come to the conclusion, and my research is not just being on the internet. This is speaking to people. My research also led me to the understanding that the story that's in the Biblos, it's not it. It is when I say it's not it, it doesn't add up to the history of Africa. It does not add up, right? And not only does it not add up, but this ideology that has been forced upon us is the reason these higher powers remain in power, because they infuse such ideologies upon us by force, by the way, which allow us to be literally crabs in the barrel, where we're focusing on proving to each other that we have the knowledge and the doctrine of this world, when we don't even realize that the doctrine and the knowledge of this world is given unto us by the same people that gave us Euro-Christian ideology. And as a servant, as a brother, as a father, as a homie, as a comrade, my job is to inform brothers and sisters into such tactics, ideologies, structures, foundation, corporations, corruption that's being done in secrecy and also visually, right? And if we as individuals are desiring to receive freedom, you must first know where the shackles comes from and where the shackles is being manufactured. The shackles are being manufactured in your religions. The shackles are being manufactured, and who's investing into these manufacturers are those that's in power. Okay? The Biblo story does not go hand in hand with the African story. I'm sorry. No matter how much research you guys are doing, no matter how much thing that you guys are tapping into, it may sound good. It may feel good, but it ain't good for us. These people are very aware of what we're doing. They know that we are seeking righteousness, and they will never give you the true understanding of self to set yourself free. They're always going to give you stuff to keep you in a state of belief and possibility. And me being who I am, and me being the man that I am, I cannot teach this and keep you in a state of belief. This must be, this awakening is to rise, is to wake us up. To wake us up, we got to know what's up. We don't know what's up. We know what's going down. We see what's going down, but we don't know what's up. Let that sink in. Let that metaphorical statement sink in. And in order for us to elevate, we must know who's controlling the elevator. And the person that's controlling the elevator is not me and you. The person that's telling us who is our creators is not me and you. Okay? And we're gonna have those that thinking that they're doing the right thing. And I'm not here to knock people's purpose, because you got those that's designed to lead astray, and you got those to dodge the strays and grip the K's and let it spray until it's boombaye. You heard? Just what it is. So why? Why not, Junns? Because I figured out, like I told you guys before, I've done debunked the Da Vinci Code. I figure it out. I broke it. I know it's hard for you guys to process it, but you got to go through what I go through. You got to see what I seen to understand what I'm saying. But you can break it as well and see it for what it is. And the biggest threat and the main reason into why we have not elevated is because of the Euro-Christian ideology. And my job is to help remove such ideologies from your mind, from your hearts. This is why I had to start off with healing, breathing, self-care. These are the three elements that's very important in order for us to see what Euro-Christian is doing unto us. If you're not breathing right, your mind ain't right. If you're not understanding that you are the aftermath of traumatized ancestors, that you are wounded from the minute you were born, you come out and you get situated, you are wounded. You don't realize that you are wounded, that you are scarred, and that society is creating band-aids. There's a whole bunch of band-aid factories so you can put on such wounds when these wounds can't be healed with band-aids. No band-aid, no bandages, none of these things. You need pure what they call it, surgical operation, which is AKA spiritual operations into healing such problems. Understanding that we are the aftermath of traumatized ancestors. We are just carrying on that trauma because our ancestors never healed. It will never heal until the enemies heal. You get what I'm saying? So you have to realize that. Okay? And then self-care, you must understand to start loving yourself again. You gotta love yourself, people. I don't care if you born with a deficiency. I don't care if you born with one leg longer than the other, a corrupt head, your lips, your head, everything jacked up. That's not the creator's doing. That's the enemy's doing. And when you realize that even through all of that, you still here, you alive, you're able to function. Yeah, you may not look presentable to what the society describes as beautiful. You're beautiful in the eyes of the creators. And when you are in the line of freedom fighting, you're beautiful in the eyes of your comrades. And that's all that matters. If you're seeking outside Euro-Christian validation, you will always feel less of yourself because the system is designed for you to feel less of yourself, right? You must what they call that. You must add yourself or align yourself with what society deems as beautiful. You're already beautiful, no matter the circumstances. And who cares on what other people think about you? How you feel about yourself? When you woke up in the morning, you said, I'm good, right? I can walk, right? I can talk, right? I can go outside. I can do what other people can't do. There's girls that got beautiful faces and can't even walk. They in a stroller. There's people with beautiful faces that can't do nothing. But you got the privilege. You got the core elements that any human needs. You're able to walk, you're able to talk, you're able to sit, stand, poop, and have a brain that functions. All right? You can smell, you can taste. What are the odds? Okay? So self-care is very important. And when you put all of these things together, you'll be able to see society for what it really is. You'll be able to look at the tactics that's being done by these ideologies and then put yourself in front of it so you won't receive the backlash anymore. And this is not going to be an easy ride. This is going to be one of the most hardest things to do because you got your families that's been indoctrinated with this Euro-Christian ideology. You got brothers and sisters who's claiming to be in the truth, who's been affected by the Euro-Christian ideology. When you see black people denouncing or going against black African traditions and culture and their stance is a Euro-Christian ideology that has absolutely no proof behind it, but just a belief and an assumption and an insertion. When you see that, these are individuals who suffering from the Euro-Christian ideology, who have not yet healed from such trauma. They got trauma. And until you identify and realize that you being trauma, realize that you got a scar or wound that needs operation, that needs surgical operation, spiritual operation, you will always stand on the side of the enemy, no matter what. And I can't do that. We're not doing that. We're loving. We're changing the frequency. We're changing the frequency. We're gonna get there together, you and I together. It's gonna be a slow process. It's gonna be a slow process. But we on that path. This is the first of many, guys. This is the first of many. 9 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. You guys gonna get spiritual food, okay? And for those that join the membership, I will give you one-on-one consulting on any situation that you are dealing with. We will challenge it together. But it's gonna cost to remove that so-called boss. It's gonna cost, right? And I'm on it, and this is what, $5 a month, $10, however you want to join. It's nothing to me. But as long as you helping the works, helping the mission is to get out of spiritual prison and to get the whole hood into the kingdom. The whole hood. Euro Christians make you look at your fellow comrades as evil and wicked. Euro Christians. Pure righteousness make you look at your comrades and say he's just affected by the trauma that was inflicted by the Euro Christians. And when you on that side, you're gonna be able to heal them because you're gonna see them where they at. And you gotta go through the process, teaching them how to breathe. Let them understand that they are wounded. Let them understand that the food that they eat plays a factor. Let them understand that they need to start loving themselves. These are the tools that's gonna be needed for us, people. These are the tools. Shout out to Mama Love. The 4 elements. You want freedom, justice, and health, prosperity, and power. If we're not in pursuit of these 4 things, we're not doing it right. And Euro-Christian ideology prevents you from these 4 things. Because Euro-Christian ideology tells you that your freedom is going to come through Jesus or Yahweh or Mesindisi or Yahweh or Sunini. That's what the Euro-Christian ideology teaches you. Health and justice. Euro-Christians tell you that as long as you're not eating crab, shrimp, lobster, you good. You can eat chicken. You can eat, you can eat whatever. You can eat snacks, sweets, as long as they don't got pig in it, you can eat that. Justice, don't worry about it. There's no justice. Leave it in God's hands. Sunini is gonna raise justice. The weapon of our power is cardinal. Not knowing that these things was inserted way after the so-called savior was dead and gone. And I say so-called because there's no recollection. He was created. I have the records, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to mislead nobody. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to guide each other. I'm here to guide myself. The same way I'm talking to you, the same way I talk to my children. I got a whole family. I got a whole village. You think I got time to play? No, absolutely not. But there's no injustice. You don't got to worry about it. Prosperity. Euro Christians, it teaches you that you got to focus on yourself and yours. That in order for somebody to be a part of your family, you got to believe in what they believe in. You got to walk that walk with them. This is Euro Christian ideology. This is Euro Christian ideology. The division. Religion is division. Oh, he's in Islam. I can't rock with him. Oh, he's in Christianity. I can't rock with him. Oh, he's calling on Yahweh. I can't rock with him. Meanwhile, we are all brothers and sisters that got taken off slave ships and was shipped into various locations, indoctrinated into any other religion. We don't know, but we know that we the facts know that everything was done against our will. This is facts. But because Euro-Christian does not teach us prosperity, the prosperity only comes through belief and faith and understand that Jesus is gonna come and that you gotta have a faithful heart, and that's where the prosperity lies. The riches of this world is not for you. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom is at hand. When the kingdom is right in front of you, ready to be taken, slap these people up. I'm just saying. But because we don't have no prosperity, this is why you see our brothers still on the street. This is why our sisters got to depend on the system, on the government. This is what we supposed to be doing. We supposed to be healing our brothers and sisters. Telling them, no, there's no leaving your man. Your man want another woman, so be it. Let him have it. As long as he's taking care of you, that's good. That's no reason for you to leave your man. What Euro-Christian ideology taught you that? Let him marry both of you guys. It's okay. It was ordered. African culture, black men, multiple wives. It's cool. Get yourself a wife. Get yourself some wives. A man will never be satisfied. Never. It's okay. It's understandable. It's all right. Euro Christians tell you it's wrong. African culture, spirituality says this is what you do. If you're able to take care of them, it's right. And for those that say, Junior, you wildin', nigga, the whole Bible tells you that. How many wives did Jacob have? Oh, that's the concubine. That is his wife. Stop. Stop. It's in your DNA. It's in your culture. That's who you are. Euro-Christian ideology is telling you the opposite. But we got to hold our community accountable. I'm not saying, oh yeah, let man just go running around and just having all 15, 20 different. No, that's not what I'm saying. Everything got to be done in decency and pure righteousness. You want another girl, you sit down with your wife and you introduce them. Say, yo, honey, I'm interested in another woman. I want her to be a part of this. You have a conversation. You have a conversation with your first love. And your first love may not agree with it, but she got to respect it because you're doing it to her. Meaning you're speaking to her about it. Now, for those that's going to say, so what about the woman? Why can't a woman have multiple husbands? Let me ask you a question. If that woman was to get pregnant, who is the father? That's my point. Conversation closed. Okay? Conversations closed. This is the problem. And last is power. Euro Christians don't teach black people to have power. Euro Christians teach black people to wait and wait for the power to redeem you. The power of the Lord will come and redeem you. The power of Sunini will come and redeem you. No. The power of the creators is inside of you. The powers of the creators left ways and understanding on this earth to tap into them, according to African spirituality, not Euro-Christian ideology that we try to substitute with African spirituality. Them two do not go together. I will take the stand with voodoo, which is African spirituality than stand with Euro-Christian ideology. It's a big difference. You gotta know your side. Tap in. Tap into the things that historically has proven to work. Don't tap into the things that's been provably shown to be ineffective. To, in fact, not be ineffective, but also destructive. This is why there's no power. Because you need all those three elements in order, in place, fully functionable for power to be restored. And then on this broadcast, 9 a.m., we're going to tap in and we're going to build these elements, starting with self. Starting with self. Then we're gonna migrate, we're gonna migrate and we're gonna carry on to the brothers and sisters. You're gonna carry on to the youth. The children is the children what needs to be saved, because the children is who they're after. See, if we can get to the children first and take them away from such Euro-Christian ideologies, then things will change. If we are able to get to them first. If we allow them to install our children's minds with this Euro-Christian ideology, it will be another decade, another century before we are able to heal our children. Okay? So these are just food for thoughts, people. I know I'm over my hour. Yes, 10:39. 6 minutes over. But these are the foods for thought, people. These are the things that I need you guys to do. These are the things that I need you guys to focus on. So today, I want you guys to realize and whatever trauma that you've been dealing with, childhood trauma, if you want to talk about it with me and you don't feel comfortable talking to somebody, bring it up to me. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to come up with a solution together. That's number one. Number two, I want you guys to focus on your breathing. Every time you're about to take a shower, put your head under the water, do a 10 count. Hold it in. Let it out. Okay? And last but not least, of course, you want to do the self-care. Self-care is first understanding what you put in on your body, understanding what you put in inside of you. All of these things play a part into your mind and to be able to see what the Euro-Christians, the ideologies and the philosophies and the theories and the hypocrisies is doing upon you. Okay? So focus on these things. Focus on these things. We're gonna come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be something else. Okay? We're gonna dive in. We're gonna have meditation. Tomorrow will be more focusing on meditation. So I will have the meditation music playing. We're gonna do the breathing exercise. We're gonna do the breathing exercise. We're gonna say some kind words onto the creators. Okay? You're gonna acknowledge them. You acknowledge them by what you do to yourself. Taking care of yourself, acknowledge them. I don't have to say, oh, praise, thank you, Jesus. I don't have to say all that. These are lies. This is Euro-Christian ideology. That is not of who we are. Okay? And when you doing when you doing something for the creators, it got to be done in the African culture. And because we're not in Africa, because we're not on the land, because we don't know the rituals, we're not going to disrespect them by even attempting to try it. Okay? What we're going to do is understand that we need to find it. And we're going to find it together. So that's will be tomorrow. Yes, I understand that you need me to find something. Shut your face up. So we gonna find it tomorrow. We're gonna do the necessary things. It's all about breathing. So prepare for the meditation. Okay? Self-care. understand what you putting in your body, set up a doctor's appointment, find out your blood type, do these things. From there, we will get to the next level. Okay? So that's my time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of The Awakening Hour, the path to pure spirituality, spiritual freedom from these heathens. Okay? I love you guys. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. If you guys are in the plantation, you know, it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? If you at home, focus on your breathing. Oh, and one last thing, the self-care. Oh, I also forgot to mention, read more. Read more. And if you on your phone and you know what I'm saying, let your entertainment be some documentaries, some understanding. You know what I'm saying? Go find out your African roots, man. Okay? Find it. Don't listen. Don't think that you need to be in the Biblos to gather truth. The book of Proverbs and the book of Psalms was also taken from the Egyptian text. I mean, like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Too much plagiarism and counterfeits. It's just too much, right? So find your spiritual side, tap it into your African culture. You know that you came from the west coast of Africa. Try to find out the rituals, the songs, the chapments. Find out that culture over there. Find out, meditate on it, and see if the creators say this is where you originate from. Find it. Okay? I'm on that journey. You on that journey. We on that journey. Okay? So again, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming. For those that tune in, please like, comment, share. Send this to your friends and your family. Um, this is the first of many, episode 1. Okay? And for those that don't know who I am him. Like I told you before, Junns The NBIC, man. All right? Nothing but love, prosperity. Remember, people, freedom, justice, prosperity, power. Those are the 4. When we get this, your Christianity will be no more. It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'ma holler at y'all. One. You wanna let me log off?